Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Now we're gonna go over, I guess, the games that stood out the most to us this week. So we'll jump right in. I'll throw it to you, Bryson. We'll go right into the Chicago Bears losing to the Detroit Lions, 26-31.
Was I taking this one? I thought I was doing the Giants.
Oh, damn, you're right. My bad. Throw it
No
to you,
worries.
Braden.
Yeah, it was a great game, great divisional game in the NFC North. We know what Lions are fighting for. They're still in the battle for first seed, especially with the Eagles playing Monday night against the Chiefs. Definitely a toss-up. And 49ers got back after their three-game stumble, but they're all in that mix. But good fight by the Bears. I like Justin Fields. He came back today, and I thought he had a really good showing. Especially I have DJ Moore, so we finally got to see higher usage and just an offense that is able to move the ball. But it was a close game through and through. Second half, I thought um, Jared Goff was gonna kind of sell the game. I know he ended the day with three interceptions, I believe. So yeah, it wasn't a great showing by him, but I mean he pressed on, came back in the game, brought them down back. I believe they're down like 10 points or something around.
Yeah, it was
12,
like it
yeah.
was like 26-14 going with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, and kept at it. You know what their run game is. Montgomery had a great day, and Amir Gibbs had a day both on the ground and pretty much catching the ball. So great to see Lions offensive playmakers and just I know it's kind of Bryson's guy had him as the defensive MVP long shot, but Aiden Hutchinson made a huge play at the end.
Yeah,
Would
big
have
play.
liked to see him pick up the ball and secure it, but I mean, you got the safety to win the game. So great win by the Lions, and I thought a great showing by the Bears, even though you're not playing for much this point in the season, but young guys, I thought played well.
Yeah, it was a good game. I definitely think this one wouldn't be as close if not for the golf interceptions. I think those costly turnovers kind of kept the Bears in this game, and well, had them leading because obviously they were leading them at some point. Um, but yeah, I mean, not if not for those picks, I don't think this was going to be a close game. I mean, Justin Fields didn't have any turnover or didn't have any interceptions, but uh, overall he had a decent day. He had 100 on the ground and 100 something over on the in the air. I can't remember what it was exactly, but kind of that dual threat, rushing and throwing. But um, yeah, it might have just been the combination of the picks from Goff and then that energy of having Fields back, and I feel like definitely more energetic plays with him back than with Badgett. Uh, but yeah, it was a good game. Definitely impressive from the Bears. Didn't think they were going to be in this game that much. Thought it was going to be kind of just a beat down by the Lions, and Lions almost lost this one, kind of biting themselves in the foot just off of Jared Goff's kind of rough play. But yeah, good on them to get those two touchdowns, bring them back, and then yeah, Aiden Hutchinson with that big stop.
Yeah, it's just a great win from the Lions, overcome that 12-point deficit less than 5 minutes ago. So props to them and for just staying true to their game, their game of physicality and really just running the ball. Montgomery got the punch in at the end. I think we're all hoping for Gibbs, but obviously Montgomery got it, and then like Braden said, Hutchinson with the strip sack and safety basically to end that game. But I don't know. I think for the Bears, it's like whenever Fields has the expectations to do good, whenever we expect him to start winning games, that's when he kind of just drops duds. And then now he just came back. I don't know if we expected him to uh, put up numbers like this, numbers or just fantasy points like last year. But he goes and does that and does the same thing like last year, puts on a performance, and then chokes the game away. Sadly,
Fantasy had a good day.
but
Of course, after I drop him, he
oh, you did
decides.
drop him. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Don't know why you did that.
I mean,
Still mad I didn't get him, but
I
yeah, I
had
thought it
no
was a good
hope
day
for
for
him.
Fields. The rushing threat is just always there with him.
I guess whatever.
But I thought it was a good day from him. I mean, never really threw for the huge numbers, but I mean, no picks is kind of that big thing to me. Seeing Jared Goff throw three just came out with the win if they just could. I mean, play a little bit better at the end, but besides that, I thought it was a pretty good game from him.
Yeah, DJ Moore got back in the end zone, so
Thank God.
he's his usage is going back to normal. So that's good for DJ Moore fantasy managers.
Needed that. Needed it.
All right. Oh, let's move on to the game Bryson called right. NFC East rivalry. Giants beat the Commanders 31-19. So as the guy that only the Giants. Oh no, the Giants. I'll hand it over to you.
What can I say? Tommy DeVito stepping up, doing it for New York. Nah, I mean, I kind of predicted that Sam Howell was just going to have a bad day after being on a tear lately, and he seems to really just step up against bigger teams. And I was like thinking that he was just going to kind of drop a dud since this was a bad team, and I was right. 3 interceptions. He did have 1 touchdown. The yardage about 250. So, um, yeah, they definitely had a chance coming back. They almost came back, but then kind of gave it up with some picks. And uh, props to the Giants. They played like they were a 500 team. So, uh, gotta give him some credit. Tommy DeVito 3 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had a huge day on the ground and in the air. Both his touchdowns were receiving touchdowns. So yeah, just as a team, they played a great game, and not much to say. Definitely coming from the underdog. I will say that I did see something that like a lot of sports bettors out there were actually taking the Giants to win this one. It was pretty funny. Like 80% of bets were coming in Giants money line. It was crazy. I don't know why. So I guess other people out there knew what I must have known what I knew, and kind of hopped on the train, and yeah. But yeah, I expect Sam Howell to have a bounce back game eventually, and yeah, just kind of a rough day for him. Definitely think it was maybe that aspect of taking this kind of bottom team for granted, and kind of getting a little lackluster, and coming in this game thinking less of the other team. And DeVito stepped up, had a huge day.
I can't fathom how they lose. They got swept by the Giants. I don't know how this happened. This is Tommy DeVito. They they can fight with the Eagles, right? Blow for blow, and then comes the Giants. They turn the ball over today 6 times, and then they put a performance like this. I don't understand. Like you said, they play up to the competition, and then up to the Giants, they let them walk all over them. So great game from Tommy DeVito, but I don't understand how this even happens.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. It's just we've seen Tommy DeVito throw for like 20 yards in a game, and then just comes out today throwing 3 touchdowns. It's just that it does not make sense to me. But great game by him. Can't say anything else. It was a tough game for Sam Howell. I think he had 45 passing attempts. A little bit too much than I would like. I don't think he's that kind of quarterback yet, but I've liked what he's done. But yeah, 3 interceptions kind of toned it down a little. Should, but bigger surprise is Washington still got 9 sacks in this game. I only know that because I played their defense. It's the only fantasy stats they really got, but I mean, yeah, Giants defense kind of stepped up, even getting the pick six at the end. I mean, good game. Yeah, it's really weird. I never know what to expect from both these teams. So, yeah,
Yeah,
still don't know what to say.
I I don't at all. I just don't understand how team can almost beat the Eagles twice and then they get swept by the Giants like that. I don't know. Well, Bryson, you're right. So I'm just
That's the one thing I feel
whatever.
good. I definitely felt great about this week was watching the. But it hurt me because I was up against Saquon in fantasy, so that bit me in the ass a little bit.
Well, yeah, you get that one. I'm never gonna come to that matchup. Maybe I'm just gonna pick your side every time. But when it's just them, might just go
I
jump
just
on
had a feeling
the
somehow.
bandwagon
I
too.
just something in my gut was telling me after he's just been like he's been the QB2 basically in yards and it was all against good teams. So now that he's up against a bad team, it's just gonna flip flip a switch.
You could have told me Sam Howell went for 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions today, and I still would have thought he played better than Tommy DeVito.
Yeah,
That's all I have to say. That still
I think
blows
it's
my
more the
mind.
Commanders' defense. They just have like really inconsistent games. They're just like,
But still
that's
get
true.
9 sacks today.
I mean, yeah, 9 sacks is a lot.
They got 9 sacks
That's a,
and they still lost. I'm like, what?
yes,
That's impressive. Well, I mean, it's just because the Giants had more time of possession. It's just
that is true.
Yeah, let's move. Let's move on from that game. That's just disturbing game, and we'll dive right into this Green Bay Packers. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say upset, but they got the last minute touchdown against the LA Chargers. So final score 23-20. Obviously, we all had the Chargers winning this one. Um, I don't know. I thought the Chargers had the upper hand in this one. I thought they could run the ball. Maybe that was part of the problem. Eckler's not a bruiser type of back, right? So maybe them just not having just a pure runner, maybe that hurt them because Green Bay's weakness is obviously that run defense. So I really thought they were going to take advantage of that, but obviously they couldn't. And also didn't help that Joey Bosa, yeah, Bosa got hurt. But no, yeah, the Chargers had this game. I felt like, and they kind of let it slip away, offense and defensively. Um, Quentin Johnson, it's not look like he's gonna pan out, but I'm not gonna judge him off just this year alone because we've seen other players like Melvin Gordon, right? He had a terrible first year and he bounced back in year two, so I won't write him off quite yet. But you would have hoped to have gotten more out of him. So I don't know. This was just a letdown game, and Brandon Staley's defense not really helping. I don't got much more to say on this one. It's just kind of a letdown game, honestly.
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think we all had the Chargers coming into this one. Maybe we should have taken into fact, Lambeau Field, just that environment. It's just tough on teams. So, yeah, give credit to the Packers. Played a decent game. Jordan Love had a massive game, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, he did have a lot of attempts, so it's probably where most of the yards came from. But yeah, big play at the end there, leading the drive down, big touchdown to put him up, and then I definitely think this one could have gone in the overtime if Johnson makes that catch. I don't know if you guys saw, it was like
yeah.
40, 30 seconds left, and had the ball in his hands, dropped it, and that would have put them at who's their kicker? Is it Slater?
I
Oh,
forgot their
Dicker.
kicker.
Dicker. Yeah, Dicker.
Oh,
Um,
Cameron Dicker.
yeah, that was Dicker's range right there if he makes that catch. So this could have gone in overtime. Maybe it would have been a different game in overtime, but just the way that game was kind of on track to go, it looked like the Packers just had a lot of the momentum. But yeah, just disappointing. Like you said, a letdown game from the Chargers, a team that we expected to be, fighting for playoffs, making, and another year where they get kind of snuffed out. I mean, last year they did make it, but got beat out, and just teams that we expect them to beat, they're just losing to. That's just disappointing. So I don't know what needs to be changed there because they have the talent. at least on paper, the names they have, both offensive and defensive, um, you'd expect them to be at least one of the top 5 teams in the AFC. But right now, they don't really look like it. So, yeah, just like you said, definitely a big letdown from them.
Yeah. Um, I will admit I never got to see too much of this game because especially it ended the same time as my Steelers game, so tensions were somewhere else. But yeah, Jordan Love I thought played a good game, starting to look a little bit better again. I know he started the season kind of a little bit looking pretty good and then had a dip and starting to, I think, pick it back up again, starting to look like a capable starter in the league. Then Chargers, yeah, can never explain them. I feel like it's just their curse every year. Just at least one of the most talented teams in the NFL and just always struggle making the playoffs. I mean, kind of already can tell this year that they're already kind of far back already and kind of need a miracle to make it in. And yeah, they just lose to teams they really shouldn't be every year just off of some mistakes they make. Uh, yeah, good win for the Packers. You like to see it. Your offense clicking with the young quarterback and all the young weapons you had. So great win.
I definitely agree with you on the Jordan Love trajectory from the start of the season. We were definitely on board at the beginning, and then he was playing really bad. So I think we kind of jumped off, and then now 2 games in a row, like playing really good, like 300 yards today, and then just honestly, he's looking really good, just slinging the ball. Honestly, against Steelers defense, right, and then Chargers. I mean, Steelers defense is obviously better, but just to see him put it together like this, it's looking promising. So that's good to see, even though I'll say for myself, I jumped off a little early.
I mean, yeah, this is basically his rookie year. So, I mean, at least in terms of playing and being a starter. So, um, I mean, I definitely he tempered expectations coming into the year. Knew it was going to be a little rough with Aaron Rodgers leaving and him kind of having to take over the mantle, and um, definitely not really having the same receiver core that Rodgers had. But I mean, the young guys he's got around him are definitely stepping up big time, and um, I think the future's pretty bright. I don't think he's you know definitely think he's one of the better quarterbacks. Not from that draft class, but at least like currently in the league of some of these younger guys. So
Ooh. Okay, I was about to say something I thought was gonna be um, controversial. But I guess it's not. The Raiders have 5 wins. Chargers have 4. So I was gonna say the Raiders are gonna end up with more wins by the end of the season, but maybe that's not crazy. So
yeah, that might not be. I don't know. We'll have to look at the schedules. But yeah, it's looking bleak for the Chargers right now. It's just is not their year.
Far.
yeah, they drop. Yeah, they're dropping 4.
Yeah. And if Bosa's
But
hurt, that doesn't bode well for that defense that's already struggling. So yeah, not looking good right now.
yep, but we will get into maybe what their schedule, what their outlook is going to be, what they should do with Ryan and Staley. We'll go over that maybe another episode. So yeah, that should wrap up. Um, today's games. We have our home games. We have the Rams and Steelers game. So stay tuned for that video. We'll jump right in. Uh, that should do it for now.